Questions?
Coach, it looked like today maybe the defense got a little bit better than the offense.
Yeah.
I guess, is that your feeling, and kind of how do you feel about that back and forth between those two sides through the
Well,
spring so far?
that's what you want, I did think they did have a little bit of an edge to them today, and probably if you go through and watch the film, it'll show up. But still, it was our second day in pads, so still a lot of teaching, still installing, first day working on some third downs. So I thought that part was really productive. But yeah, it's just a continual process. There's been back and forth with both sides of the football. Didn't need any live goes. We're going to be in full pads on Saturday. Have some live goes with that. So it's just a constant process of getting better. So I really like where we are, but just keep working.
You probably don't want to talk too much about formations, but in having Jalen and Josh, some flexibility at running back, it seems like maybe there's some opportunities to have them both on the field in the backfield and create some conflict situations at the same
Yeah,
time.
there's no question. And it's the reality of just getting your best players on the field, and we got some talented running backs, and Jalen has proved that he can do a lot of special things with the ball in his hand, especially in space. And so want to maximize that, so it'll look a little different in some ways, and just try and find creative ways to get him the football. And that's going to be the theme, I think, for moving forward in a lot of different areas. But to me, it's maximizing your roster, and I think those guys in that backfield and adding Christian Turner to that group is he has a chance to be a special player as well. So excited about that running back room. Got a bunch of guys in there to compete really hard. So I want to get them on the field as possible.
Do you expect any kind of learning curve with the quarterbacks when you start to ease Cam Camper back into like practice and getting throws to him?
Yeah, I think there's always going to be a progression with that. I think just getting the comfortability with receivers, timing with receivers, that's something that doesn't just happen, quickly. That's going to be all through spring, into your summer, all the sessions they'll have, even together when they throw with each other in the summertime, and then into fall camp. So without question, and Cam's doing a phenomenal job. We were talking about him yesterday. He just is not surprised, but his mindset and his rehab has been impressive, and it just has to continue, and I know it will. But yeah, those guys obviously haven't had a chance to connect and throw together, so that'll happen, really more in the summertime.
Have you seen Donovan McCulley kind of take advantage of having that lead?
He made some more plays today. He's been in it every day. He's made plays, and that's what I expect. We've had some really good heart-to-hearts about it, and he knows where he wants to be and where I believe he can be, and it's just having continued growth at that position and learning it and being able to just find a way to get open and make plays and then go score the football.
Kind of sticking with the wide receivers, what sticks out about those redshirt freshmen now, Omar Cooper, Cameron Perry, some of those guys that have had a year under their belt?
Yeah, I tell you, I think both those guys that you saw them today make plays, especially Omar. He's been consistent with that, and Cam is so dynamic and explosive. See him as a guy to be able to be in that slot position there in multiple ways to once again get him the ball as well. But those guys have made progress like they needed to, but it's just a continual growth has to be there. And I'm looking for consistency every day, the maturity when you go from being a true freshman now to a redshirt freshman. But it's still Omar's first spring ball, and so coming to us in the summer last year, and that does make a difference. And so just learning how to practice in this setting, you have 15 days, you're not preparing for a game. There's a grind component to it that you have to work through, and we're going to have 4 straight weeks of Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday now. And there can be some, you want to stress our guys because you want to be able to expose the things and from the mental perspective mostly, and then the physical part as well. But and I want those young guys to learn how to do that because it's we play obviously a physical long season, and you got to be able to produce from day one all the way to the finish.
We've asked you about Coach Bostad, but who have you seen on that line that's really responded to the way he pushes them, the way he coaches, the stuff he's asking?
Yeah, you interestingly look at some guys. I think Carter Smith's one that jumps out to me. He's obviously a guy that's was a true freshman, played a little bit, still got a chance to redshirt him, and so he's just he's taken the next step. I feel like. I think even some of the older guys that are being coached by a new coach, I think Michael Cade's one that's really embraced that part, and he has been here a long time, and has played a lot of football, but you still want to be able to adapt. And I think Khalil Benson sticks out to me, and I really, and Vinny Fake has been another one that got a little dinged up today. He'll be fine, but those guys have stuck out. Zach Carpenter continues to grow and develop, but what for me is just getting these young guys brought along, and trying to get Josh Sales and Khalil to continue to grow and develop and allow us to be able to have the depth we need to have. And I've really been encouraged by that group. He's doing a great job with them, but even today when you start, defense starts doing twists and games up front on third downs, that's not easy to pick up, especially when you present it certain ways. And so we're trying to do our install on both sides of the ball, but at the same time, I think that's created some of the challenges today, I think, for the O-line on those third downs. But we're not scheming each other. You're just trying to use technique and fundamentals. But Coach Bostad, I love the drill work. I love the attention to detail. I love the intensity, the toughness that he's created with our guys. And he's a no-nonsense guy. And I think he's going to see, I'm expecting improvement in that area.
I know you've brought in a handful of guys along the defensive line. Just what are you hoping they can bring to that position group, I guess, the defense as a whole, and also maybe challenging the offensive line?
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, the four guys we brought in, they've made an immediate difference. Not just how they look and how they're physically built, but just how they're able to practice. And I think, Linnell Carr's popped again today. He's really done some good things off that edge. He has a burst that we haven't had at that spot, and that's really good. And Miles is being pushed by him, and he's pushing Miles. So I think it's a really good combination. And then Andre Carter at the other side. That once again, his size and physicality sticks out. And then we get the two inside guys with Marcus and Philip. Philip had a little setback before spring ball, but he'll be back here full bore here soon. But yeah, that gives us some depth without question. Pushes the older guys that are returning, and it's where we got to be better. And we knew to do that in the offseason and tried to address it in a big way. So I'm just really, I just, like I said, kind of staying back with those young guys. I want to see consistency. I want to see them to be able to bring that energy every week. We're really practicing very physical for those guys. And by design, that's not going to stop. It's going to be physical the whole way through. We're trying to balance that with keeping your guys healthy. So, but there's a physicality to this game that has to be there, and we know we got to get better at that.
What have you seen from your tight ends so far? There's a lot of young guys in that group. Just how they kind of fit into the offense so far?
Yeah, I tell you, it's been, we've got a couple guys that can only go certain parts of practice because of postseason surgeries, and so haven't got to see all of them yet, but I feel like that the guys we have there, Aaron Steinfeld's a young guy that's want to take that next step as a tight end, and even Trey Walker is coming here. He's put so much time in. He's got himself bigger and stronger, and he's worked so hard. So he's really kind of flashed at times, and he's got more physical, he's got more confident, and Brody Foley's a guy that can do certain things in practice coming off his surgery, but he's getting better every day. So need that room to step up and get some of those guys back, and so we're going to continue to try and find ways to make that room very, very effective room for us.
Kind of extending on that, when you're evaluating that position and you want your go-to guy, are you looking for someone who can make plays on offense and be that playmaker, or can be kind of an extension of the offensive line?
Well, you kind of have, we categorize them as inline guys and flex guys, and so the ideal situation is the guy can do both. He can create those explosive plays and he can move them inside, and then he can block effectively in the Big Ten. And so that's a unique skill set, hard to find, but right now we feel like that, Brody kind of gives us the best of both of those, and so, but at the same time as other guy, Sam West has really kind of been a pleasant surprise to me. I was coming here new, right out of high school, was a high school quarterback, really didn't play tight end, and recruited him as a big athlete. He's already gained a lot of weight, a lot of good weight, and moves really well, so just trying to get him brought along and just to the physicality of the Big Ten, and playing in that. So to me, we're trying to get, you'd like to get the complete package in one guy. Like I said, that's unique, but we do like to use 11 and 12 personnel, and so that gives us a chance to get those guys out there. So, but to me, playmakers, in an ideal world, that's what you want, the guy, and Peyton was kind of that guy, he could be able to do both in and out of the box, and I feel like that's the kind of guy we're looking for.
At safety, how have you seen the group developing, and who has stood out?
Yeah, it's an interesting position because we lost some experience there without question, but bringing Josh and have him coming back, he's done some good things. I think he had a really good mindset adjustment to come and do some things, and we had some good time together to help him with that. And I think Philip Dunn's another one that's played last year as a freshman, and want him to continue to elevate. The guys that are new, I think that Tyreek McDaniel's one that he flashed today. He's got good pop to him, and he's a good tackler. He's a physical guy, and I think that's really what we're looking for at that spot. And I think there's multiple guys. Bryson Bonds is another one that he's played a lot of football for us, mostly on special teams. Now he's got to step up and kind of do what Noah Pierre did. Take that next step as a safety. What I kind of see at that position is there's a lot of depth there, which is encouraging. And that's why we went out and got some new guys. And I just feel like that's a position that we need a lot more guys that can help us necessarily from the physical part in games, but also for special teams. You know, just guys that can help us on those teams and be able to have big physical guys out there that can tackle. So, that's a position I'm really keeping my eyes on. And Coach Guerrieri is our safeties coach, and as well as calling it. So he's doing a great job with that group. I'm gonna expect him to keep getting better and better every week.
What did you see out of McDaniel that made you think he'd be a fit coming out of JUCO?
You know, he went to his junior college and immediately became a leader. He immediately was the guy that, and this is just from, you know, all the homework we did on him. Loved his film, loved his physicality. We're looking for trying to find some better tacklers at that position, and he fit the bill on that. And I just loved his mindset. You know, from the first day I met him, has a focus to him, has an edge about him. He's so into what we're doing, very, very locked in. I mean, he's really done a great job schematically. We ask those guys to do a lot back there. And so his film preparation, he comes in extra for meeting with our coaches all the time. And that kind of was what I thought I saw in the recruiting process. And obviously it has to live itself out once you get him here. And that's what he's doing. And I think he's going to be a guy who's going to help us.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Tom.
Have a great
Thanks,
day.